I've got the air conditioner on low. It's not sweltering here in the office. Where are you at, you little... I got a spider I'm trying to catch and kill. Sorry about that. I hate spiders. I'm not scared of them. I've been bit by poisonous spiders so often. That one was black and shiny. I just don't know that it was, and it was shaped like a black widow, but I didn't see the underbelly. My wife will tell you that I can be sitting, minding my own business, doing nothing, and if there's a spider or a centipede or a scorpion, they will come all the way across the room to sting me or to bite me. And that is a fact. It's happened all my life. I think it's just one of the things I'm cursed with in a way. And all joking aside, if I see that thing crawling across the floor, one more hole in the floor ain't gonna make any difference. And I hate being that way, but it's easier for me to do that than to get up and go stomp on it. Wait a second, just a second, folks. Got it. That means it's also, and it's not a black widow, it's just a spider. What an unruly way of things to happen. And I've got a notice coming up. I've got my computer on the Windows system, and it's saying I've got a heat wave and an upcoming alert. It's supposed to get into like 101 or something today. Let me bring up and see what it's going to say. I didn't look at the weather in the house. My sweetheart, 94 degrees now, going to be 100 degrees in the afternoon. Okay. I can believe that. My wife fixed me a couple of sandwiches and fed me breakfast, and that's fine for me for breakfast. It's afternoon, about 20 minutes afternoon, after 12. And there's that rooster right on cue. I'm going to make a statement that is going to be controversial to a lot of preachers right now. We're in Pride Month, Gay Pride Month, and I think that is an absolute joke. I know plenty of homosexuals. I have relatives that are homosexual. I have a couple of friends that are homosexual, male and female. I love them. I don't see them on a daily basis. The three that are friends of mine that are homosexual, they are friends. I do love them. I do communicate once in a while. Right now, hellfire and brimstone preachers, they're throwing it out, you know. They're Gotta charge my phone. Sorry about being disjointed. My birth mother's youngest sister, my surviving aunt, however you want to pronounce that word, has a son I'm not going to name. Her youngest son, he's homosexual. And I love that boy with my whole heart. We were kids together. I'm quite a bit older than he is, like 20 years older, something like that, or 25. About 25 years older, maybe 30 years older. But still doesn't matter. I love him to death. He's a very good person. I don't know if he's actively homosexual or not. I don't care. The thing I care about is if he's healthy, he does believe in God, he does consider himself a Christian. He does an awful lot of good in his life, and he lives with his mom to help her. I saw her at my Aunt Dorothy's funeral. She's absolutely still a beautiful woman, on up there in years, but she's having problems, and her son is helping her with that.
There goes that White House.
You gonna get you a tea? That's my grandson Ashton just came in. Okay, that'll work. Now shut the door. What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
CNN.
Shut the door. I'll tell you what I find offensive, and I do find it offensive, is the absolute hell that some people inflict upon homosexual people, like the Muslims tying their hands behind their back and throwing them off tall buildings and laughing when they die, when they hit the hard pavement below. That is horrendous. I'm not advocating that what they're doing is right. Don't get me wrong. It is sinful. God told us not to do it in Scripture. I understand that. But when a person automatically, preachers included, start, "You're going to hell for that," they don't know. They're not God. They are not God, and they cannot claim to know the mind of God. The reason I am addressing this, I have a friend, and he is a friend of mine. He's a young preacher, does a Sunday service out of his apartment, and I watched part of it this morning, and he was reasonable in most of what he said. But being Pride Month, a lot of folks are there. I also do not appreciate it when those who are perverted try to foist their perversions upon the rest of us. That gets my dander up. And I'm an old man, and I'm a curmudgeon, an angry old man. That's what I am. But I'm an old man that has compassion. I'm learning more and more every day how to be compassionate. So I just needed to get this stuff off my chest. I restocked the fridge yesterday, Linda and I did. We went to Walmart. Was it yesterday? Might have been the day before. Man, things are just blurring. I had a really rough start of the day yesterday, and then Linda helped it get a lot better. We watched that new latest and last James Bond movie, No Time to Die. I'm not going to give away the plot of the story, but I will say this: it's the last one. There won't be any more. The Fleming Foundation is not allowing any more out. If you don't know who the Fleming Foundation, it's Ian Fleming's the naval officer that started, British Royal Naval Intelligence officer that started writing books on MI6 and James Bond and the 00 system for designating their agents. And a lot of what he wrote was speculation, but a lot of it was actually true. It was factual. And there are those that accused him of being a spy. He wasn't. He was just when he was in the British Royal Navy, he was a strategist, is what Ian Fleming did. But anyway, long story short, they've basically cut off any more Bond movies being made. And Alberto Broccoli was the patriarch of the Broccoli family that does the films, and he had an agreement with Ian Fleming himself, and it's now past its prime. There won't be any more. But we enjoyed watching that. And then my son Benjamin sold his car yesterday. I need to go ahead and see if he's home or if his brother Chris came and got him. When Brandon got off work, I brought him home, and then I took dadgummit, hang on. That was another one. I guess I'm popular. But I took Brandon and Benjamin, and they got groceries for them and for everybody else. And today I'll have to pick Brandon up probably around 6 o'clock or 6:30. He and Nick both work at the same place. Nick is a tram operator on the weekends, hauling touristas to and fro upon the earth as far as Turner Falls is concerned. And Brandon directs traffic. And today's going to be 101 degrees, 100 degrees, and I tell my boys stay hydrated. The heat out there is already brutal, and it's going to get worse. Then I got thinking about politicians. I'm not a Ted Cruz fan. You gotta. A lot of folks don't understand this about me. My best friend Jerry does. He's registered as a Democrat, but he's anything but a Democrat. I'm a libertarian. And I'm a constitutional conservative libertarian in the truest sense of the word. And one of the things that my political party believes in is the government has no place trying to run our lives. They don't. And I believe in the Constitution of the United States as it is written. I think the original documents were given to the drafters of the Constitution from God, and I believe it's a holy document. That's my personal belief. There are those that tell me I'm an idiot, but I believe that. And right now, many of the things that are sacred to me and should be held sacred by others are under onslaught by the politicians in Washington, D.C. And it's not going to get any better. That's the unfortunate truth of it. It's all been predicted. It's all biblical. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. When will it get better? When the Lord God Almighty comes back. And He is coming. I do plan on spending the rest of the day with Linda. I'm done with quote unquote work. I've got projects I want to get to, and those are forthcoming. One of which, got to fire my keyboards up, get my hand so it feels good enough to play. Got to get my hand good enough I can do some guitar work and put it all down and set it up to be utilized. I have a good friend named Richard G. Medlock, a really smart guy, starting his own podcast, and the one he was a participant in got struck down by a radio station that they were doing a patriotic podcast through, and the liberals got really incensed and shut them down. They complained, and there were advertisers. You have to understand one thing. Advertising on radio is what keeps the radio stations on the air. Richard's been wanting to use my license to go ahead and do his, and that's fine. I don't care. It's still active. I think it's active for another year. I got out of radio. I do not want to do it anymore. You get to a point, you get burned out. I mean, I'm supposed to have been retired since 2006, and it's just not worked out for me. This should be the time that my sweetheart and I should be able to enjoy our golden years, and we're not getting to do that either. But we're working on it. We had some fun yesterday and yesterday evening, and we'll do so today. This podcast is also for my mom. Her name's Lori, if you will. She watches, and I absolutely love her with my whole heart and want her to have her remaining years be enjoyable. I have siblings that watch this, and I love them with my whole heart, and I hope their life is going well. I expect more grandkids to come in here while I'm doing this. Maybe they won't. I'm also just about ready to shut the vlog down. But to let you know what's going on here at the farm, Mom, I've got to order parts from my van. I found a place to get them. I haven't done so yet. The problem is I have to cross-reference the part number with their part to make sure, and the only way I can cross-reference the part number, my son Chris has to take them back off the van so I can sit there and look at them. And I'm going to call him in a little bit and tell him what I've got to do, and we'll just have to refill the reservoirs and bleed them and get it going. And I will tell him that's the plan. And it'll be when he can get around to it. I imagine today he is, today or tomorrow, changing out the radiator on his pickup truck. He had to buy a new one. Everything manufactured these days, just about everything, is made to break, to fall apart. Especially on automobiles. When you use something regularly, it puts wear and tear on it. Cars are no exception. But, you know, I've got a pair of tennis shoes on right now I've had for, well, let's see, 8 years. I've had these tennis shoes for 8 years, and I'm still wearing them sometimes. That's because I don't wear them often. And I have boots I've got one pair of boots in there I've had for 20 years, and I still wear them sometimes. And I've got a pair of sandals, if you want to call them that. They're made out of rubber, basically. But I've had them for about 5-6 years, and I'm still wearing them, and I wear them every day in the evenings. But, Mom, we're doing good. We're blessed, and I'm very thankful for our blessings. My office is upside down again. I want to, well, yeah, I'll embarrass myself. I'll just let you see what it looks like. You know. I gotta get somebody to come in and clean it up again for me. I do that regularly. But that's me. That's how I do things. I'm old set in my ways. But all of you watching this old fat man might be crippled, might be ugly, might be a touch mean, might be a touch insane, but you need to know one thing. I love you with my whole heart. I want God to bless you with everything He can and will bless you with. And I want all of you, like that sign right there says, be kind.